All right, so Sheree, if you are ready to go.
All right. So thank you so much for showing interest in serving our student body through participation in the Associated Student Senate. I've had the privilege of serving on the AS Senate for the past year, and it's been a very fun and rewarding experience. We're excited today to explore the inner workings of the AS Senate with you. As a student senator, we have several responsibilities we commit to upon taking office. The first of these being an active participant in our student government by attending our bi-weekly Senate meetings. As the voice of the student body, senators will discuss and vote on student life enhancing initiatives during these meetings. Rising to meet the needs of students is our purpose and number one priority. Our Senate meetings take place via Zoom right now, since we are still virtual, on Tuesdays bi-weekly from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m., and they are a mandatory part of our commitment to the Office of Student Senate. On occasion, a need may arise for an additional meeting, but it will still take place just on an off week during the same day and time frame. These meetings follow parliamentary procedure as modeled by Robert's Rules of Order, and they are our main meetings with all of our AS senators and our executive board. So, how do we develop solutions to meet our students' needs? We do this through our committee meetings. Although some tasks are realized in our Senate meetings and delegated to committees, the majority of our ideas, solutions, and work are born in our standing committees. As an AS senator, one of your commitments to our student body is to sit on at least one standing committee. Standing committees are run by members of our student senate, and it is in these committees that we recognize students' needs, tackle the issues, and strategize possible solutions and come up with ideas to enhance our student lives. Participation in the standing committees allows us to meet the voices of the student body with resolutions. As a representative of the student body, another commitment we make is to serve on at least one Cdo committee. The Cdo committees are the college and district oversight committees, which are led by faculty members. Student senators bring the voice of the student body to these meetings, and we ensure that the best interests of the students are recognized and met. Again, thank you for showing interest in the process of our student government, and we will elaborate upon those meetings.
Okay, so the Cto committees are committees where you're involved with faculty and administration to make important decisions for the school. As an AS executive or student senator, your role allows you to be a part of the process and make a voice for students in these important decisions. So these are a few of the most important, what we feel is the most important Cdo committees. The first one is the President's Advisory Council, which is where all the decisions made by any previous committee are approved by the president of the school. It is important for students to be on this committee so that they can discuss with the president and other present faculty what they believe can enhance our school and make it safe and better for everyone. The second committee is the Distance Education Advisory Committee, which establishes goals and coordinates the success of student and faculty through distant learning. Obviously, this has become a much more important committee since we went online last year. So if you want to voice any problems or solutions that you feel could help improve online learning, this could be a great committee for you. And then the next one is the Diversity Committee, which promotes and protects the interests and concerns of minority and underrepresented students. It also advocates for our campus to be as inclusive, positive, and supportive and safe for all students and staff. So this one obviously is just as important as all the others. And then the next one is the Pathways Steering Committee, which is trying to increase student success by closing equity gaps. They have been working on providing program maps so that it is easier for students to see what classes they need with their chosen program or major, as well as many other projects. And then the Student Equity and Achievement Committee also promotes student success, but specifically in areas of completion, diversity, and equity. So they provide recommendations to the President's Advisory Council of any funding that some program may need, or like closing gaps between classes where it's like too hard for certain students to get in. And then the last one is the Safe Return to Campus Task Force, which is currently working on the plans of when and how Fullerton College will be able to resume in-person classes safely.
Yes, so the other aspect of being a part of Student Senate is attending your standing committees. So we currently have 7 standing committees activities, which goes over some of the campus activities that AS hosts. Communications committee, which oversees the AS newsletter and our YouTube channel. We have committee on the environment, which focuses on the environmental aspects of our campus. Finance committee deals with the money and our yearly budget. Judicial committee oversees the administrative aspect of AS Senate. We are the rulemaking committee. Research planning and resolutions committee focuses on writing and drafting resolutions that may or may not be passed by the Student Senate. And then the last one is the curriculum and education committee, which focuses on the curriculum and education on campus. So I think this is mine. So what has AS accomplished? So this year we've accomplished printing kiosks, gender neutral bathrooms, and free period products, as well as serving as a representative for students among faculty and administration, and always coming up with ideas or changes to propose to our colleagues in faculty and the district.
All right, thank you, Logan. So now I'm just going to briefly explain and walk through the process of actually applying to be part of the AS election. So to do that, I'm going to leave this PowerPoint page, and I just want to slowly show how you submit the form and where you really need to go to look for the information to apply. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the AS website. So that's at as.fullcoll.edu. And if one of the other presenters here could put the website link in the chat, that would be super helpful. Thank you, Kennedy. Okay, so you want to go to this website. If you lose the link, you can just look for AS on the Fullerton College website, and that's an easy way to find it if you can no longer access the link. The next thing that you want to do is you want to click on the spring election bar. And I know that there's been some confusion between hitting join and clicking on spring elections, but you really want to be on the spring elections page because you want to make sure that you're submitting the right form and reading the correct information. So this first part just kind of explains what positions are open, right? So all the executive positions are open this year and all the student senator positions. So there are 33 student senator spots that are available. And then when you scroll all the way to the bottom, there are 4 documents. So these first 2 documents are kind of information. So there are ways to learn about the rules of campaigning, the various structures and deadlines that are important to putting together your campaign and running in the election period. This third form is the most important one of the 4, as this is the actual application document. So you want to click on the form, all right? And then you just need to fill it out. It's not super long. So this first part, you just need to check what position you want. So if you want to be a student senator, you click here. If you want my job, VP of Activities, you would click here, right? And then you fill in all of this lovely information and submit your entire form to this email. So the as@fullcoll.edu email. The only other portion of this form that's important is the image release form. So this just states that if you happen to be in a recording, like similar to how we're recording this meeting, or a picture is taken of you at a Senate meeting or an AS event, right? Fullerton College can use that event on their Instagram or social media or to help advertise the school. All right, so once you complete the form, you submit it, and then you will get information back saying that you are qualified to run in the election, and you are then able to begin your campaign. In terms of the deadline for this form, it is due on April 12th, which is this Monday. So if you have not filled out the form yet, I would highly recommend that you begin doing so. It's not very complicated. It's just you don't really want to wait until the last minute and then accidentally miss the deadline. And then elections officially begin on April 21st. So you have about a week between when the application is submitted and when the elections begin to start advertising your campaign. And so that's why it's really important that you read the campaign rules form, if only to learn the rules for that process. Okay, so hopefully that helped clarify some of the structure of applying. And of course, we can definitely answer more questions about that process at the end of the presentation. But for now, I'm going to bring up the PowerPoint again and turn it over to Erin.
Hi. So one of the easiest ways to stay updated with campus activities or any events, AS events, so you don't miss out on anything fun or anything important, is to go to our @fullcoll.edu Instagram page, or you can find us on YouTube. And also, if you follow up on our AS newsletters that you receive in your email, that's one way for you to follow up with us. And most of the AS executives and a couple of senators have office hours on Zoom. You can get in contact with us there, or you could also directly call that number or the email that's on there. And if you'd like to give suggestions or feedback for this webinar, you can contact me, Madison, Sheree, Ekaterina, and Logan.